guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nancy from nancybadija.com and welcome to another episode of Etsy Shop Critique. Today I'm doing a critique on the store called Anna Lee Party. So thank you, Miranda, for signing up for my free critique, and let's go ahead and get started. So I did a audit on this actual listing right here. And the first thing I want to talk about is the product photography. Now, when I first look at the picture, I originally thought it was a sticker for some reason. It could also look like a patch, like one of those patches that you put on shirts. So the biggest thing is, the most important factor in deciding to buy as a buyer is the photo. So it doesn't matter the shipping cost, it doesn't matter how many reviews or great reviews you have, or even the price of the item itself. You have to make sure that your pictures are compelling, and this is critical to the success of you selling, and instead of just getting favorites, converting those favorites into sales. Think about the last time you went shopping, right? So when you go to a actual department store, you're able to grab the item, you're able to touch the item, you're able to touch the texture of it. However, when you have an e-commerce store and you sell online, all you have is your photos. It's the most important thing. So you have to make sure that you use all 10 available spots of your photo, that you show off the product in different angles, that you scale the actual item that you're selling, that you have a clear white background or a clear background that doesn't have any shadows, like your picture has shadows. You have to make sure that you crop your photo in a complementary way, and that your thumbnails are not cut off and they look nice. You do have nice products. I browse through your shop and you have beautiful products. The issue is the photography. In this item is the photography. It could be a little quite confusing. What exactly am I buying? The pictures are different sizes. Like the first three are sized the same size. This one is shorter. This one's shorter as well. So you have to make sure that when you add photography, they're all the same size, that it's a cohesive look, that they complement each other. And the most important thing is knowing exactly what I'm buying. If I'm browsing through Etsy, I have to make sure that as soon as I look at your picture, I know exactly what I'm buying. And a bad photo could prevent you from making a sale, no matter how great your product is. So you could have the best product, you could have the cutest product. However, if you don't sell it with a photo and your photo is not clear and it's not compelling enough, that person is not going to want to buy from you. So you have to make sure that your picture is clear, is precise, that when they look at the picture, they say, I have to have it, even though they weren't shopping for that. Because there are a lot of people out there that are emotional buyers, and they buy simply because it's cute or simply because it's adorable and they just want it. And that's the kind of feeling you want for your shop. So my suggestion for you would be, one, maybe take photography pictures. I'm not a photographer either, and it's really, really hard as an Etsy seller to wear so many hats. Not only do you have to make the product, now you have to learn how to do photography. Now you got to learn how to use the right keywords. Now you got to learn SEO. You got to be good at writing, because you have to write a listing description. And on top of that, you have to be able to convey a brand. So it is a lot of work. It's a lot of different hats that you have to wear, unfortunately. And unless you have the money to pay for someone to do your SEO or pay for someone to do your photography, you will be in charge of doing that. And you will have to take the necessary work to get better at it and learn. The best way to learn is to look at prominent shops that they sell similar items like you, and kind of see what they're doing in their pictures. Maybe looking at prominent stores that sell similar items like you as well, to kind of get an idea. And then it's going to be fail and trial, fail and trial. That's like how every business works, unfortunately. You'll take pictures now and think they're great, and then 6 months from now, you'll look at them and say, oh my God, I could do better. Because the more you work, the more creative you get, the better you become as a photographer. The more ideas you get, and then you get better and better and better. And this is a statement because I've done that. I've put stuff up in my Etsy shop that I thought it was great. I look at it months later, I'm like, oh my God, it doesn't look as great as it should be. And then I go back and fix it. They have something called Lightbox. I don't know if I've talked about it in my other videos. I don't know if you've seen them. But a Lightbox, basically, you could get one in Amazon. And it's a really nice feature because you could put your item in here. You could take a picture with a regular phone or a camera, and it gives you a nice, beautiful image with a subtle background, a clear background, no distraction, and it will make your item become so much nicer, so much appealing for the customer to click and buy. So I highly recommend either doing that. You could go to Home Depot and buy like tile floor, like really nice tile floor, like marble floors, and use that for your photography, and go outside and do it in light, natural light. I've done that before. It's almost like a flat lay. There's so many methods that you could use. If you don't want the shadow to happen, like in your pictures, I would say take the pictures outside, like put the cupcake toppers on like a nice flat lay, and then take the pictures from outside, and you won't get the distraction of the shadow. Also, what I would do is showcase the the cupcake toppers in cupcakes. That way, people know exactly what they're buying. That way, when they look at the picture, they know exactly what it's about, what the purpose of it is about, and then it's gonna actually, in my opinion, look a lot better if you use it, if you take a picture of it using it. Another thing you want to do is add a call to action. So I will add a picture that says click here to favorite this item, only because now Etsy sends notifications to people whenever you add additional items to your shop, or if you run any specials, they get a notification right away. Also, you could add another call to action saying click below to learn more about this product. That makes them stay longer in your page. And the longer that the customer is browsing through your store, the more potential you have of making a sale. So you want to keep them there longer, and you want to keep them there so they don't go to someone else and they get the sale. So those will be two suggestions. I will also start an email list, even though um, Etsy kind of makes it hard to collect emails. There are methods of doing it. I actually have a video about it in my YouTube, and you do add a call to action at the end, a picture saying want to save 10% of this order, sign up for my email, and then you put the link to your email page. You don't need a website to collect emails, so just to let you know, you wouldn't need a website or blog. The way that this program works is that they give you a landing page. The customer goes there, puts their email, they get their coupon, and you start collecting emails. It's so important. I don't know if you ever heard the saying, the money's in the list. It really is, because it's so much harder to retain a new customer, but it's easier to retain a customer that you already had and send them promotion. So you really definitely have to work on starting a newsletter in your shop. So those are my suggestions for the photography. So the second thing you want to work on is SEO, search engine optimization. So SEO is how you get found on the search engine, whether it's Google, whether it's Bing, Yahoo, or Etsy search results. And you could use anything that I recommend on this video. I'm going to email you the links. I also have the links for you guys on the bottom of this video. You have a link to everything that I recommend. I recommend for you to use Rank unless you're already using it. And Rank is a tool for Etsy sellers. You're able to plug in your store, and you're able to look at metrics from your store. You're able to research keywords, and you're able to do so many things with it. It's very, very cool feature, and it's free as well, so you don't pay anything for it. If you look at your keywords, you are using a lot of keywords that are very high in competition. So therefore, it's going to be very hard for you to rank for those keywords. The ones that are red are very high. You're also using keywords that are too broad. So when you use keywords that are broad, you're not targeting an audience. You're just targeting anybody and everybody. That's another reason why you're not making sales. People are finding your stuff. They're liking it, they think, oh, it's cute. But these are not your targeted audience. You have to learn what a target audience is. This is something that is so important for your business, because if you target the wrong person, you're not going to make any money. So by you putting taco, it's too broad. Taco, or if you put fiesta, or if you put party decor, is too broad. That could be anything. A party decor could be a banner. It could be a sign. It could be table cloth. It could be anything. It's so broad that you are targeting everybody and anybody. And you could be targeting people that could care less about cupcakes, or they don't care about cupcake toppers. So this is why it's so important that you don't put it as broad, and you really think about what the customer is going to be searching for. So for instance, if I'm searching for a table lamp, I would normally put small table lamp, but I wouldn't put like table, because table could be it's too broad. It could be a dining room table, it could be an end table, it could be a wood table. I mean, so many things out there. So, and if you, for instance, if you go to Etsy.com and you put in one of the keywords that you're currently using, so we're gonna do the party decor. You're going to see that right now there's 443,000 people competing for that same keyword. This is why it's going to be very hard for you to rank organically. And therefore, if you were to run a Facebook ad, or not a Facebook ad, an Etsy ad, your cost per click, your PPC, is going to be very high, because there's so many people competing for that particular keyword that you're going to pay a lot in advertising, and organically it's going to be almost impossible for you to rank. Unless you go viral, unless a lot of people are liking your item and it gets a lot of attention in the algorithm, and maybe they'll push you up a couple pages. But it's so critical that you use keywords that you could rank organically, and that when you run an ad, you're going to be in page one of that keyword. So what you want to do is you want to come up here on Etsy rank, and what you want to do is type in as clear as you can. So these are cupcake toppers. So you could put cactus, cupcake topper. And that's more specific to what you're selling versus if I just put cupcake topper or I just put cactus cupcake. So it's very specific to what you're selling. So then I would do that. It's going to spit up some keywords. So this one here is a great keyword, cactus toppers. I don't know if you have that one to see. You don't have that one. So that's a great one for you to have. It's very specific. This could be your main keyword right now. Cactus cupcake, that's another one that you could put. Cactus cake toppers, that's another one. You see, so fiesta toppers, that's better than fiesta by itself that you have right now. Glitter cactus, I guess, do you have glitter on yours? You actually do. How funny is that? So we already found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 13 within seconds that you're going to rank organically for, and you're going to do really, really well. Cactus team decor, that would be a good one. Cactus cake topper, that's another great one if it matches your theme. This is what I'm saying, like just doing the research. Now, if you ever do a flamingo one, that would be a good one as well, just to kind of throw it in there. But you just gotta like think about it in the sense of how will somebody look for it. And then you also have to think about you want to target an audience. So you want to make sure that is very, very specific to your audience. You don't want to be so broad, because then you won't get the traffic that you are looking for. You're going to get anybody to see it. So therefore, you're going to get likes, but no one's going to buy. But if you target your audience, you're going to find the people that are looking for your product. So therefore, you're going to make more sales. That's just the bottom line. You do this for every listing. Let's say now you have all 13 keywords. You found some great keywords. Now it's time to put them in your page. This is called SEO on page factor. And what that means is that how the Google works, or any search engine, is that they work by algorithms, and algorithms read your keywords that you have in your store, and that's how they determine this page is about cactus cupcake toppers. So this is why it's so important that you use the main keyword in the beginning of your title, and that will be the keyword that has low competition, and you will put that here, and then you will fill in the rest. I would personally just separate them with commas. I don't necessarily like these lines. I think that it might be confusing for Google. I don't think they really care. So I'm not going to say that, but I do prefer commas. That's how I always done it for 9 years. And that's how I always tell people, just put a comma in between. Make sure that you don't leave no space. Fill out as many keywords as you can. You're not going to be able to fit all of them, but try to make room for as many as you can. Then you put the keyword, the main keyword, in the first 160 characters. And then you sprinkle the keywords around the listing description. So you want to, every time you talk about the listing, the item that you're selling, you want to use one of those specific keywords in there. This is called, again, on-page SEO factor, and it's going to help you get more traffic to your website, to your page, whether it's through Etsy search results or Google, Bing, Yahoo, Google Shopping, etc. And then you put all 13 tags on the bottom. I did see that you did put the right category. That's very important. If you ever run to the issue that you don't know what category to use, you could go to XRank and they actually help you add the category. You could click there, you put in what you're selling, and it tells you where it should be. The reason why that's important is because some people research stuff by the keywords, and then other people research stuff by category. So it's important that you cover yourself in both ways. Now, once you have all the keywords, you want to make sure that you write a really good meta description. Meta description is what Google shows people. It's like a preview of whenever they search something. So if you go to Google and you type in cactus cupcake, this is what pops up. This is a Google preview. So the meta description is the first 160 characters, and it has to be very enticing. You have to make sure that's going to get someone to want to click on the actual listing. So you want to include let's say this was your main keyword, you want to put those 3 words in the right here. You want to include it in the meta description. You want to make sure that's enticing and that person's going to want to click on your listing. This here is pulled from here, from right here, you see? So you have to make sure that you focus on writing a really, really good meta description. So now you have the keywords and you're targeting the right audience. That person clicks on the photo because your photos are amazing. Now, what's the third thing? The third thing is the listing description. So that's another component. Everything works together. Everything is vital for the success of your store. The listing description is essential for convincing that buyer to purchase your item. So you have to write a really attractive listing description. It has to make sure that you have the most important factors of your listing. So it has to be easy to read, enticing for buyers to buy. It has to use all your tags. And think about it this way. You have to make sure that you answer every single question that a buyer potentially might have of that listing. Start with the most important details like the size, the shape, the color, the shipping policy, the return policy, how to contact you. Just make sure that you are as detailed as possible. It's going to help you, one, eliminate any confusion. It's going to help you build credibility with buyers. And the most important part is going to close out the sale. If I go to the listing description and it really doesn't have anything, all the information that I need, and then I email you and then you don't get back to me till like 3 days later, guess what? I already went and bought it somewhere else. So you want to make sure that you answer all the questions there. You are going to see a lot of people that don't read because that's just a given. I mean, I have everything clear on mine and I still get questions about the questions that I already answered. The nice thing about doing also about writing an enticing and detailed listing description is that in the future, if somebody was to claim, well, she never wrote that or that was never explained to me, and they open a case against your shop, it's already in there. So Etsy will take your part because you did your part by explaining whatever the procedure was. So you want to make sure that you take in consideration that you take the time, you don't take no shortcuts. This is a business. There's people out there, the most prominent business make millions of dollars on Etsy. So it is something that is achievable if you do it the right way and you take the time and you make sure that you create a really, really, really great detailed listing description. Right now, yours does need work. You need to break it out in sections, how to order, what's included, colors and size, shipping policy. I will also include a backlink. So if you go to your main page, So you will go to your main page and you will copy your link from party here. Just copy this section here and you put it on your listing description on the bottom. And what this does is that when somebody's done reading, they don't click like the back button like I did, and it doesn't leave your page. All they do is click there and it takes them back to your home page So therefore, they stay longer on your Etsy shop. So that's a really nice trick to do to keep the customer longer in your store. So now you have your SEO done correctly. You have your pictures done correctly. You have a killer, I call it killer, a killer listing description. You have everything that I need to know about about your item that you're selling me. The next thing you have to work on is the curation of your shop. So the curation of your shop is, does it look cohesive? Can you make the store look even better? If you look at the most prominent stores out there, you're going to notice that they have amazing cover photos on their homepage. They have their social media links right here. They have their website link right there. They have their hours. They don't overlook small details at all. They take the time to fill out their About Me section, their story. They share pictures about their workplace. They share pictures about their family. This is so critical to build credibility with buyers, especially because you are doing business online. People want to connect with you. They want to know who they're buying from, why they should buy from you. I love the fact that you have that you're passionate about God, your children, and crafting. That's beautiful, and your husband. That's beautiful because I connect with that. I'm Christian, so me reading that, I connect with you, and as a potential buyer, I might buy because of that. So that's beautiful. Maybe have pictures of you working. You don't have to necessarily share everything about yourself, but you could do a picture, maybe you crafting your stuff. Maybe you could take a picture of parties that you have done and you have done cupcake toppers for. This is ways to showcase people your work. What I will also do is link your links here. Like if I know that you gave me your Facebook and your Instagram, make sure that you put them here. Uh, Take the time to treat this. The most important advice I could give you is take the time to treat it as a real business. Do everything. Do a checklist. I might even do that. Create one to give to people, but do a checklist of all the things you should do. I suggest a new cover. I suggest a cover that has your social media links, your hours, pictures of stuff that you have done. If you don't, if your skill is not a design, I have a link on the bottom for a company called Fiverr, and you could have somebody create something for you. And it's very cheap. You could have someone make something for you for as low as $5 all the way to like $15 or more, depending on what you buy. But there are resources nowadays that you could get someone to do a banner for you for under $20. That's not bad at all, but it's worth it. You have to take the time, treat it as a real business, look at it as a real business, regardless whether you got 21 sales like you do now or you got 500 sales. It doesn't matter. Don't wait until you have that much to say, oh, now I treat it. Do it now, and you will benefit sooner. Another thing I suggest for you to do is sign up for QuickBooks for your taxes. A lot of people don't do their taxes or they don't do it correctly from the beginning, and you have to because it is a real business. You have to pay taxes quarterly, not yearly. I did that mistake my first year, and I paid a lot of penalties because of it. So I will leave a link below, but I recommend signing up for taxes and then reaching out to your local CPA and talking about sales taxes in your area to kind of understand what fees you have to pay and so on. I also recommend signing up for Google Analytics. Um, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. I have a YouTube video about how to do it step by step. And Google Analytics is going to tell you where your audience is coming from. Etsy tells you they came from social media or they came from Yahoo. But Google Analytics actually gives you more detail, like who's the buyer, what, if it's woman, if it's male, about what age, demographic, location. And that's how you find who your target audience is. But you have to make sure that you connect your store to analytics and you have that information. And then you also have to work on your pictures. If I Google and I saw this picture here and then I saw that one, I should be able to say, oh, this is coming from that store, Anna Lee Party. It should be cohesive. Cohesive branding means that it all looks like it comes from the same store or the same boutique. If it doesn't look like it comes from the same store, it's not cohesive, so therefore there's no branding. So you have to work on that everything is cohesive, everything, you could look at it and know, oh, this is coming from that one store. So you have to work on that. After you do all that, you do your SEO, you fill out every little cranny on this Etsy shop, every little feature they give you, like your About Me story or your pictures, or you could upload videos. After you do all those things, the next thing is very important that you start doing in a quarterly or even monthly. I do mine's monthly, is paying attention to key performing indicators. And key performing indicators is basically what are people liking, what are people not liking, what are your top sales, um, who are the people that are shopping in your store. And then what you also need to do is that instead of investing time, unnecessary time on listings that you're not making money from, you should be able to take a listing that you make a lot of money from and make a robust line around that listing, making matching items for that particular popular listing so you can make more money. Paying attention to reviews, seeing what people are saying. You have 2 good reviews right now, so you're good right now, so you don't have to worry about that. But just making sure that you are paying attention to these key performance indicators, that you're understanding the metrics. The more you know about your store, the more you know about your sales conversion rates, the more money you will make, the better you'll be as a seller, and the better you'll be able to target the audience that you're supposed to be targeting. And then, like I said earlier, focus your energy on the actual listings that people are buying versus spending unnecessary time on listings that you're not making any revenue on. So let's go ahead and look at the other 2 pages that we have, which is your Facebook and then your Instagram. So for your Facebook page, I do like that you try to be cohesive. You have the same banner and you have the same profile picture. So that's good. Once you fix the new banners, you will do the same. So that's perfect because you have that vision of what it should be looking like. Now, with posting, I recommend posting on a regular, consistent basis. I recommend that you engage with other people, that you post. Not only do you post about your items, but that you're also connecting with people, that you're sharing your story. How did you get started? Why did you get started? Why you're passionate about what you're doing. When you post on Facebook or you post anywhere, always keep in mind people don't read. I hate to say it, or people don't understand Facebook or social media like you might know it. So when you say link in bio, people don't know what that means. Where's the bio? They don't know that there's a link right here. I don't know if you're connecting this with Facebook and Instagram. I would disconnect it. I don't like it because on Instagram you could put 30 hashtags. On Facebook, when you do that, it looks spammy. It doesn't look attractive. I never have mine connected. I have my Facebook separate. I just go in there, do it automatically by myself. And I have my Instagram because of that. It just does not look good. Another thing is you have to, you could do automated, which is fine. There's no problem if you want to use something automated to kind of avoid that you have to put on Facebook and then go on Twitter and then go on Pinterest or whatever. However, just make sure that you do it the proper way. You learn the ins and out. This does not look attractive with all these hashtags. Some of them don't work because there's too many of them for Facebook. Link in bio, I'm assuming this was an Instagram and that's why it says link in bio. However, you need to put the picture. You need to make sure it's not cut off. And then you need to put an enticing caption and then put a call to action, which will be this, but your call to action will be something like click below to learn more about this product, or click below to view this item, or click below to shop right now. And then maybe use 2 or 3 hashtags on Facebook. 30 hashtags on Facebook doesn't work. Not even 2 works, to be honest. So I would definitely work on deactivating that, not posting on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. I think that on Instagram you could go and turn it off. And I would put Facebook separate and Instagram separate. The pictures. Another thing is understanding SEO. Image optimization. Every social media platform has a different size. So for Instagram, I use 1080 by 1080 pixel. For Facebook, I use 700 by 400, which is longer, like this one here. For Pinterest is like a long rectangular box. You have to learn these things because every social media platform is different. And if you size it incorrectly, it's going to look funny, or sometimes the pictures get cut off, or it's not the most appealing picture. Now, Facebook for me is a waste of time. Facebook is good because when people are searching for businesses, the first thing they do is they go to Facebook. For that sense, I do have a Facebook account. If you're not spending money, whether it's boosting or creating a Facebook ad, Facebook only shows your post to 10% of the people that follow you, which you have 82 people. So that's probably about 12 people that they show it to. So the chances of your stuff going viral is very slim to none. And it's very hard to drive traffic to Facebook, from Facebook to Etsy, unless you're running advertising all the time. And I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. I personally would recommend you to do Instagram and Pinterest and even Twitter. Those are the top three for me when it comes to my Etsy shop. Keep Facebook and post on Facebook every day. And if you start advertising on Facebook, it's amazing. But if you're not advertising, don't spend so much time on it in the sense of trying to engage people. It's better for you to find people on Instagram or Pinterest to engage with your products. I will post on a regular basis and I will do different postings. Motivation Monday, and then you do like a posting of you creating something. Tuesday tip, did you know that you could do cake toppers with this? Way back Wednesday, this is a picture of me when I did a party 2008. And then you could do Thursday, you could do, I don't know, fun Sunday, and then you could put something fun that day. You have to switch it up. You have to use these hashtags that are trending and make it fun. And that's what social is about. Social also is not just simply posting, it's about being social and connecting with other people. So it's important that you focus on that. With Instagram, the same. You have the profile picture, which is great. You're using the stories, which is great. The pictures could be better. Like this one's cut off. I know it's kind of hard to do pictures sometimes that don't get cut off because these are banners, so they're a little bit longer. But you want to make sure that when the person's looking at the picture, they know exactly what they're looking at. This one's a little easier to read than this one, to be honest, than the dinosaur. Um, but can your pictures look better? Of course they can. Can you have a better cohesive look? Yes. And can they look more, not more professional, but more clear and more compelling? Yes, they can. So I will work on that. Definitely every time that you put a posting, make sure you use all 30 hashtags. Hashtags are like keywords. That's how you get found on Instagram. The more engagement you get and the more impressions you get and the more the posts that you get, the more traffic you drive to your shop. So it's important that you focus on adding the right hashtags. You did it on this one here, so that's great. You didn't do it on this one for some reason. Make sure you do it on all of them. Make sure you write an enticing caption, and make sure that you say a call to action. Click on the link to learn more, or click on the link to shop now. Branding, 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 branding. It's like so important that everything's cohesive. That when I look at your Instagram, it goes together. And this is like kind of what I mean. I'm not like the most perfect person of doing it, but I really work on being cohesive, having my same colors, sharing stories about me. My baby boy turned 4 months today, so I'd share the picture of that. Just being cohesive with the look, always posting on a regular basis. Another thing you could do is that when you post on Instagram, what you want to do, which is important, is separate the hashtags. So you could do dot 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 and then put the hashtags on the bottom. It looks nicer. It doesn't look like mumbo jumbo together, and it separates it for you. So doing something like that. I also have a video on finding the right hashtags. I did that video yesterday. I highly recommend watching it on YouTube. It will teach you on finding the right hashtags. And lastly, what I wanted to talk about really quick is doing a Pinterest account. I highly suggest for you to sign up for Pinterest and using an app called Tailwind app that helps you pin every day, like all different hours, whenever there's more people using Pinterest. This is my Pinterest account. I grew it in 90 days. I'm getting 252,000 monthly views. And when I first started Pinterest, I was getting barely 13 clicks to my Etsy shop. Last month, in July, I did 946. This month, I'm about to surpass 1,500 clicks. So it does work. I highly, highly suggest doing Pinterest. I know you don't have a lot of items in your shop. That doesn't mean anything. You could still do it. All you have to do is you do different boards. You put your products on those boards, and then you mix it with other people's products. But you want to do like 1/3 of other pins, and then you want to do more of your pins. And with Tailwind, the nice thing about it is that you will use the app Tailwind Let me see if I could look it up or log into it. No, it's not gonna let me. So with Tailwind, basically, what it does is that I schedule all my pinning, and it's really really nice. You could schedule it for months. You could schedule it for like weeks ahead. I highly recommend doing it, and it saves you a lot of time. Then you don't have to do it yourself. It's automated, but it drives tons of traffic. As you can see, um, this is like my followers. Like in the last 7 days, I gained 66 followers, and I really haven't done anything. It's doing it automatically for me. So right now I got like 10,000 followers. I mean, it's amazing. So I highly recommend using it. I'll leave a link below. But these are my suggestions for your shop. I hope that this critique was helpful. If you have any questions, make sure you leave me a comment below. Miranda, thank you so much for letting me do a review of your beautiful shop. And if it's your first time watching this video, please give me a thumbs up and make sure that you like this video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.